Okay, here's a video for the houseboat and how the water works. If you are at the dock, okay, and you want fresh water from the water that's supplied by the marina, make sure this lake water tap is shut off in this position, and this freshwater one is shut off. This is for using the pumps on the houseboat when you're away from the dock. But it's a good idea that before you leave, maybe run that water, make sure it's cleared out, and we usually drain the whole tank, the water tank, and refill it with new water from the dock before we take off. Okay, so let me go show you the water hookups out here. Okay, so first thing you got to do, you got to come over here, take this black hose, and feed it into the system. Okay, in the system, if you want to just use the freshwater taps inside the houseboat, you need to be connected to right here. Okay, connect into this hose, use the blue one, and connect into this side right here. Okay, I like to leave my fittings, if you can, out here. If this happens to drip, it's going to go and drain out that hole into the bottom of the lake under there. So there's no problem. If this thing fills up with water, it's totally fine because it drains. We just don't want it overflowing into the boat here. But there could be a problem with that fitting right there. If that for some reason were to break and you left this all pressurized back here, what could happen is that could just spill over and it would end up filling into the hole of the boat. The water would drain, it would end up down inside here, and we'd have a big problem. It could sink the boat. So be cautious of that. Okay, so okay, now this is the sink at the front, okay, or at the kitchen. This is the fresh water that ties in there. So if you're at the dock, turn this on, that's going to give you the fresh water. Okay, the way I've got this configured right now is you will get nothing out of these taps, okay, which is fine because this is generally your lake water, or the lake water if you decide to run that pump. There is another way I can configure that, and I'll show you. You can still use these, and it uses the hose out front. It still uses the fresh water, so I'll show you that in a bit. But there's your fresh water here. All these silver ones in every bathroom should have water. You'll get nothing out of these. Okay, you got water there. Let's go back into the master, and there's your water here. Okay, again, nothing should be coming out of any of those yet. Okay, so that's how you hook up for the freshwater system if you just want to connect it directly to the fittings right here.